If an attic fan will not run, I'll show you how to troubleshoot which has failed, the controller or the fan motor. First, check to see that a breaker has not tripped or that the power is turned off at a switch. Try decreasing the temperature settings to force the fan to run. If the fan still won't run, it's time to learn a few things about fan controllers. Controllers may have one thermostat for a one-speed fan, two thermostats for a two-speed fan, or a thermostat and a humidistat. A controller with one thermostat will need power feeding into it. You'll see a black hot wire and a neutral white wire. For the fan motor to operate, it needs a white neutral wire and a black hot wire. There must be power on both of these wires. The controller works just like a light switch. There's a neutral wire that passes through the controller and sits at the motor. The black wire, the hot, feeds into one side of the switch on the thermostat, and when the correct temperature is reached, the thermostat switch closes and sends the hot to the motor, and the motor runs. The different types of controllers all need to do the same thing. They'll have a neutral and a hot wire feeding into them. The controllers may do this differently, but they all have to send the black or the hot to the other leg of the motor to cause it to run. If there's a two-speed motor, it's the same thing. You need a hot and a neutral. The neutral is sitting at the motor waiting for a hot on either the low-speed leg going into it or a hot on the high-speed leg going into it. Before doing any work, turn off power at the appropriate breaker, not at the on-off switch for the fan. If wired correctly, the neutral will still have power to it. On this two-speed fan controller, I have the hot wire and the neutral wire feeding into it. Leaving the controller and going to the fan, I have the white neutral wire, the black hot wire, which causes the fan to run at high speed, and the red wire that causes low fan speed. The next thing to do is to apply power directly to the fan wiring and see if it'll run. Check the inside cover of the controller, and it's likely that you'll find a wiring diagram. With power off at the breaker, I'm going to disconnect the hot wire. Here's the black wire that goes directly to the fan. I'm going to disconnect it from the relay. I'm going to temporarily connect the black incoming wire directly to the black wire to the fan motor. I've temporarily wrapped up this connection with electrical tape so that all the metal of the connection is covered, and I put a wire nut on this other black wire. I've applied power, and the fan doesn't run on high speed. By applying power directly to the fan motor, I know that the fan motor doesn't work. However, I haven't proved that the controller is also not bad. I can't come up with a safe, practical, efficient way to test the controller output other than to use a multimeter. I've removed the high-speed and the low-speed fan motor wiring from the control, and I've safetied them off with electrical tape. Set a multimeter to read 120 volts AC. I have one lead clipped onto the neutral wire and the other lead onto the output of the relay that had the high-speed fan wiring. I've applied power, and I have the high-speed control set above room temperature, and there's no voltage coming out of the relay. If I adjust the controller lower than room temperature, it clicks, and I have 124 volts out. I've moved one of the leads to the output for the low-speed controller output. That would have been connected to this red wiring that goes to the fan motor. I have the temperature setting for low speed above room temperature, and I don't have any output. And as I adjust the controller to below room temperature, I now have 124 volts out, which tells me that my controller is working fine. If you don't have a multimeter to check the output of the controller and you have tested the fan motor and it won't run, odds are probably pretty good that both parts aren't bad, and you can go ahead and buy a motor. In my case, I couldn't easily find a replacement 2-speed motor. I bought a new attic fan made by the same company and just pulled the controller and fan out of the new one and retrofitted it into the existing housing. The cost for the whole new unit was only about $15 more than the going rate for replacement fans. Click on the channel name, Know How Now, to find out how I retrofitted the fan. I hope you found this video helpful. A thumbs up is always appreciated, and thanks for watching.